Hello everyone, thanks for your time guys. I have a product that I'm creating called LAX. So essentially it's, I'll give you a brief background about what I do and where I come from so you can kind of understand how I relate to this idea. I have a technology company that I started when I was in high school. I create web and mobile applications, and this is one of the ideas I've been thinking about creating as a platform that complements our services, as well as something I can use as a project management platform, essentially. So the idea is pretty simple. It's essentially a project management platform that bridges the gap between clients, developers, and project managers and other essential personnel that are involved in a project. The goal is to have an easy process and an effective process that's aiming towards communication, transporting information from one department to another, even from one person to another in another department. And essentially, it's a whole project management platform that's handling billing, customer involvement, and etc. So the features and competitive advantage is primarily consisted of having team management, assigning tasks and other goals to members. Brainstorming quick ideas is one of the really cool features we came up with via video and audio-driven technology, which has been around for a long time. But as I'm sure as you've seen, Snapchat, different technology like that, the idea is essentially we'll have the convenience factor. So what we've created is, if a project manager or a developer is in a car or is quickly running from one meeting to another, instead of having to write down each specific task, you can just take a quick video and you can transport that to either a whole team or to a person directly. Another really cool feature we have is 24/7 support, which helps if a customer is using our out-of-the-box platform, or if they have a specific customization, if they need some help, whether they're operating in U.S. hours or outside the U.S. hours. That helps a lot with can answer any questions or provide technical support, etc. And like I said, the customized features. So one of the things that we've really seen is there's a lot of project management platforms out there, Basecamp, Asana, just to name a few. But one of the issues that a lot of technology companies, including mine, have is there's a very complex user interface that does give you the breakdown of all the tasks and how things work, but it's not really visual, and the design can be much more user-friendly in my opinion. So that was definitely one of the core focuses that we have on our platform. But more importantly, we're taking in the factor of every company, even within the technology industry, is very different. So we're providing the fact that we can customize and create additional features particularly for those companies specifically. And like I said, this is definitely we're aiming towards having a single platform that is essentially managing everything from project management to development needs, towards project margins, towards invoicing. So essentially, you're cutting cost in the area of not having multiple platforms and having one. So for the implementation aspect, I started to learn what the market needs were based on my experience and the resources I have. And I tested my thoughts by learning what exactly are people looking for in detail. What kind of features are they looking for? What are the overall problems they're facing, whether it's from just a simple design aspect to the features to more in-depth needs. And what I found is that for every three potential customers I spoke to, at least one on average was interested, which I thought was a very decent conversion rate for where the product stands right now. So that I thought the 33% nutrition rate was pretty healthy. And the problem that we really focused on is to see how can we correct the current market problems, the experiences that people are looking to have, and just make the entire process and methodology much more efficient. So this is the first screen. There's a quick overview of how we envision the product to look like. And this is kind of the feature that's really outlining the video aspect. It would be a much more refined idea, but that's just the overall concept. You can quickly take a video, you can shoot it out to as many team members you want, or you can just send it to the entire group specifically as well. This is just more of a team portal that kind of shows you tasks. You can even search a task, you can add a task. It goes much more in depth than this, but this just gives the overall idea. And this is essentially how you would add a task, and you can assign due dates, typical stuff that you can do in a project management platform. The pricing model is pretty straightforward. We sent out a survey to our existing customers, and we kind of kept it anonymous, and kind of just wanted to get an idea as to what the response would be without them knowing that relationship that exists. And 30% of the people roughly felt that this is a pretty cool platform, and they would be very interested in learning more about the idea. And that was definitely something that was great to hear, as we want to definitely refine the product, the idea in a much more narrow focus. So we're definitely going to be using that as our point of understanding what customers are feeling. Out of the box, just to use a platform, we felt and found that the price point of $249 a month was definitely something that is very affordable, especially for knowing you're getting the whole project management platform, and all of the different aspects you're combining, such as billing, et cetera, et cetera. And this is just something we're keeping as an introductory price for now, just to build momentum and traffic. And once we have more of a track record and are able to build up the platform in a more robust way, increase the price at that time. And of course, all of the features that come along with the additional features that you want to build, such as customized features. We're going to have a special hourly rate of $78 an hour. And essentially, we're going to use the ideas and customizations we build out and put into a library that essentially customers that are new can say, oh, let me check out what kind of features they already offer. And if they're interested in using the features from the library, they can essentially go and further utilize them and contact us. So the market was pretty positive in general. I've spoken to several different companies, as you can see here. The first person I spoke to was a person called Connor Logan at a company called Trevini IT. They're in New Jersey. And he really liked the fact, as a project manager, that you can go in and view a library of different features that are available. And essentially, it's e-commerce process to an element. You can select an element that you like, and you can just choose from the library, and you're essentially able to go ahead and purchase that. The next person we spoke to was Anthony Santo. It's a business application. Essentially, it's a startup that they're building a user business card with combining different types of technologies into a mobile app. And he really liked the fact that you can send notes, feedback, even if the user is on the go. That's a really cool aspect to have. The third person is Mohammed. He has a company in New York City called Frame Me. They create customized frames through an online platform. And he loved the fact that you have customization options that are really easy to understand. And of course, you can have your own customizations as well in regards to seeing others as well. The last person was Tiffany McDonald. She has a company called Watchlist, and she likes the fact that to heavily focus on the architecture and the design of the actual application, as current products seem to be very clunky and just not as user friendly as they can be. Final remarks. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it, and would love to answer any questions you guys have.
Yes, you pointed out, I'm just giving you a little feedback on the presentation as I saw it. I try to figure out in my head, okay, what is your advantage? And correct me if I'm wrong. Easy user interface, or I would say good UX. And the other one is more inclusive service that doesn't do what Basecamp does, which mostly managing project, budgeting, accounting, and all kind of other stuff.
Right.
If this is your advantage, you need to be one hell of a developer to really succeed there.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah, because I didn't see any other points where you're better. The second is extremely complex to do. The first one is even more difficult to do.
Yeah.
So the people you interviewed, they didn't see your interface really because it's not built yet. They didn't see any of the services, they just talked to them about. So what validation or feedback do you have? And this is very tough to do. I'm not really charging you, but you took a test and it's really hard to accomplish. But how valid is your validation? This is my question.
Definitely. So yeah, like you said, the task is definitely a very big one. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot of modules in itself that are very, very large. So the feedback that we have gotten is everybody likes the idea of having one centralized platform that has all the different features and elements that move together. And I think the way the market, from what I've seen at least, is everybody is really interested in the idea of it. And I think what we'll see is as we move on, we'll be able to narrow down the features and have an exact timeline, right, as to how long this would take to develop, and we would be able to go from there.
Are most of the people who are going to be your customers going to be those who are currently using a project management platform and will switch to you, or is it people who are not using any project management platform today?
Yeah, so it's a combination. So
which is higher?
Yes.
It can be a combination, but which is
of course the one that is using a project management platform and have sour taste. Essentially, the market we're really going after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.